Hello everybody, welcome back to Sessions with Kat. This week we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be kind of looking at a deck, but we're going to be using it for something. So one of the things that I do for myself, I don't know if other people do this or not, I use tarot and oracle to plan my month, my week, and my day. And that might sound excessive, but once we get into this, it'll make sense. I hope it makes sense by then. But I use it to kind of like steer how I'm going to conduct business, how I'm going to, focus my Instagram post or anything like that. I use tarot, oracle, runes, charms, bones, whatever I end up using in the morning when I'm doing my meditation. That steers my day. And I usually plan that out for myself for the month. I plan out the month and the week, but the daily is when I actually pull a daily card. So for today's session, you need your planner, a pen, obviously, some stickers if you have them. You don't need them, but they're nice. I'll say that. You need your tarot or oracle or both, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by both as we get into this. You can use both. That's it, really. Let's see, planner, cards, pen, whatever colors suit you. It doesn't have to be like a designated pen. Some people just grab whatever there and then they write with it. Some people start with pencil and then pen everything in later. We're just going to be kind of mapping out the month of January and the weekly. I won't tap on the daily, but I'll tap on how to use your cards for the monthly and the weekly. I'll explain daily, but for the purpose of this video, we are only going to be looking at monthly and weekly. So I got a new planner, okay? For those of you who don't know, I typically use the Happy Planner system, and it was slightly getting on my nerves because it's only monthly, weekly, but not necessarily a daily. You'd have to buy separate sheets for that, and that irritated the fuck out of me. I don't know about you guys, but I need all three. I need the month, which is where I put all of my appointments, whether it be personal or business. I need the weekly because that's where I list out what I want to accomplish in the week and how to break it up over each day. And I need the daily so that I can take that week and break it down into more attainable goals. So I need a planner that gives me all three. This one does that. This is the Savvy Bee planner, and it comes in like two colors, I think black and then like some pink color. And I was, okay, this is me, okay? Why the pink one costs more than the black one? Like, why can't they be the same price? So I was a little, I felt a little, a little something in my spirit, and so I got the black one. However, I actually like the black one more than I like the pink one. I think the color, like the logo on the pink one, it just didn't really call to me, so it's okay that I didn't get that one. However, the black one was a little bit cheaper. It's like $5 cheaper than the pink one, so I don't know why the color matters, but here we are. And this planner came inside this lovely little box, right? And I'm not gonna keep it, so I don't really give a shit what I do with it. It came with some packaged sauce, kind of, some shit I'm not gonna use. And inside the planner, and I'll get to the rest of it, in the back, there was this little pocket, which is so nice, right? Because it's like a accordion. And this is the strap to close it. Sorry for that shake there. There were stickers in the back. Now, I'm not a super glossy chick, okay? I'm not. If this, like, I feel like if the stickers are more glossy than my Carmex on my lips, there's a problem, if that makes sense. But I do kind of like the stickers, so I might use them. I might not. Who knows? But these are the stickers. And I'm also going to be using a set of Happy Planner stickers, the dates, because I like my handwriting, but I haven't decided if I'm going to use these or my handwriting for the monthly, weekly, and daily. Like, you know, like I think the weekly and daily, I think you just write in at the top, so I'm okay with my handwriting there. The monthly, I don't know if I'm going to be okay with it. The decks that I'm going to be using before we get into this lovely planner, I'm going to be using, for some reason I felt called to this one. This is the Tarot of Transformation. I love this deck. I love the images. I love what it speaks to me. I love it. I love it. I love it. In this particular case, reversals don't matter, so you'll want to turn the card upright. You want to use the card upright. The reversal doesn't matter. It's the upright, okay? I'm also using my Care Bear Oracle. This is what's going to help me set the tone each week. And I'm not going to write this in until January starts, but I'll show you what I mean when I get to that section. That's what I'm going to be using this for. And then I'm also going to be using the Plant Spirit Oracle. It was a deck I backed. She also created the Tarot of Trees. I guess I could have used the Tarot of Trees, but I didn't feel called to use that one this time. I pull either an animal or plant energy to kind of guide the month. As weird as that sounds, but it kind of helps me, like, you know, move through the month. Like, say for some reason the card I pull and what Spirit says to me is that, say let's just take this one. This is the turkey tail, right? And then it has keywords on it. I don't always need them, but let's just say for this example, the unknown part is actually what stood out to me. It's kind of like, you know, to expect the unexpected, to like just be open to whatever comes to you. And sometimes we walk around pretty damn closed off, and you know, we gotta, like, you know, take the blinders off, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to dive into the unknown, so long as you trust your team, you trust your faith, and you hold tight to that. So I do like to pull like one card that kind of helps fully guide me throughout the month, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going to be using this for, and we're only going to pull one card. And I'll show you that when we get into the planner. Now to the planner, because I'm excited about this. This will be different because Happy Planner has, I don't know if you guys know about it, but this is the Happy Planner. Let me see if I can zoom out for you. So this is the Happy Planner, okay? And it has this like ring system. I'm so used to that. So I don't know if I'm going to adjust well to this, but I'm giving it a try because it has everything that I need in it. And we're going for. It was a toss between this and the Legend planner, but the Legend planner doesn't have daily, if I'm correct. And I was like, that's a no, sorry. And so I went with Savvy Bee. So I feel like it's gonna be worth it in the end. So Savvy Bee has this wonderful system, like, you know, I think this is in like every planner where you write your name and whatever in case you lose it. It starts out with this lovely quote, and then you have this page where you're like basically kind of committing to the journey, which is wonderful. I love that. And you have like pages for affirmations. This is wonderful. I love this. I love this. This is not a review of this planner. I'm just letting you guys know how awesome this planner is, which is why I fucking bought it. And I love at the bottom, like, and so it is. Like, yes, the fuck it is. So this is a wonderful thing for me. Now, I'm not gonna fill all of this in because that would make this video entirely too long. However, I will encourage this part. This planner has a space for a vision board. Create that space in your planner if you don't already have it, okay? Your vision board should walk with you. It's like a constant daily reminder of what it is you're trying to achieve. And I recommend a 3-month vision board, or you can do like a yearly, but I think you should go based on how many months are in your planner, if that makes sense. I think everybody is different, and I apologize for this camera shaking. I think everybody is different in this regard, but I think you should go based off of how many months are in your planner, right? I'm not entirely sure how many months are in this planner, but I feel like that would fare better for you and your system if you had your vision board based off of your planner, okay? You want to walk with it. You want to talk with it. You want to feel its presence. And a lot of times we create a vision board and that shit's just stuck on our wall. We don't see it when we're at work. We don't see it when we're out and about. But if you're like me and you carry your planner on you, it's in your pocket, it's in your bag, it's in whatever, like whatever you carry in it. Or you can take a picture of your vision board and use it as your screensaver or your like lock screen or your, you know, your main screen. You can do that too. I highly recommend that, okay? I can't recommend that enough, if that makes sense. So this planner is split into 3 sections. There's monthly, and they give you these lovely little ribbons to help you keep them separate so you don't lose your fucking place, because I would. So there is monthly, there is weekly, and then the bulk of this planner is daily, which is what I wanted. Which is absolutely what I wanted. So we're gonna start off with the monthly. And God bless this planner. I should zoom out so you guys can like see this a little bit better. Okay, you're gonna see like my bear with me while I fix this camera, please. So there we go. I love that this planner starts on Monday, because that's how I start my fucking week. People who start on Sundays, you can have all those regular planners. I need a fucking planner that starts on a Monday. I need my month to start on a Monday. I don't know why, but I just fucking do. I hate the ones that start on Sunday. I don't start working on Sunday. Sunday is the end of my week. So like, I don't know. Like, I don't fucking get that shit. But this is what this is, right? So, this is great. I feel happy. So, in this particular planner, I would go through and date this. And I think I'm just going to write the date in. And my hand might cover that. Like, you might see that. But I will be using stickers. Number one, I'm going to put a sticker up here that's for the month, okay? And I love that it has a focus. Well, my focus for the month is going to be from this Plant Spirit Oracle, okay? That's going to be my focus. And I love that that space is there. It's not sitting over here on the side. It's going to be right there where I can see it. So let's see what Spirit has to say. I thought I already shuffled them, but they told me to just do a little mix up. I'm going to pick the top card. Okay, so this is going to be my focus, which is the Great Web. And to me, that's all about, I keep hearing merging. So it says interconnection, kinship, and symbiosis. And I can see how things are like leading up to that. So this is going to be a great focus for me. So I would put this up here in your planner. Put it somewhere. If you're going to do this, put it somewhere where you can like see it, right? So you know that everything you're doing for the month is leading you on this path, if that makes sense. So you don't have to use my cards. You can if you want to, but just kind of bear with me. So this is going to be my focus, okay? So I'm not going to write anything in because that's going to take too much time, and I'm already taking up enough for your time. So this is going to go there, okay? And I'm going to base my goals on that focus, okay? So my goals for the month are going to be based on the focus that I just picked, right? So my 3 main goals are going to be tied to my focus. That and those goals should be somewhat tied to your vision board, okay? And then, like, if you're like me, you create a vision board every year. So I create a yearly one that hangs on my wall. But the one that I use the most is the one that sits in my planner. So the one that's in my planner is tied to the one on the wall, but I break it down to however many months are in my planner, okay? And then each month I start focusing on one goal or two or 3 goals. Like, I love that the max is 3 because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. So it's okay, right? Next, I have certain habits that I like to keep. 1 is drinking water. 2 is making sure that I eat. So I had in the past an eating disorder, and it was so bad that I wasn't getting more than 400 calories in. And please bear with that noise. That was my lovely neighbor driving by. So I have to make sure, and this is just for me, everybody's different. I make my habit to make sure that I ate, right? Water is not a thing, like, it's not a problem for me, but sometimes if I'm working too much, I'll forget to drink my water. So I do like to make sure I leave that. So I'll usually put hydrate and eat on the same line. So that's usually one habit. And then meditate, more than just what I do in the morning. And then I create other habits. So if you're not one of those people who don't want to, like, who has no desire to create a habit list, don't do it. But if you're like me, you kind of need that reminder because you're in your planner every day, this is a great tool, okay? This, I won't be filling in to the end of the month unless something occurs that helps me reach one of these goals. So like this part I won't actually fill in until the end of the month. So that's the first part, right? Now the main part of filling in the month, okay? And I thought I was gonna like fully walk you through this, but I'm not. So I usually put my appointments in here, and that's one of the other reasons I'm not filling this in, because I don't want anybody's information or name showing up in this planner, like on my screen, I should say. So you take your tarot deck, right? Shuffle it however many times you feel like shuffling it. And then you pull a card, okay? So I pulled the 8 of Wands. That's gonna go wherever the first is, right? And the first starts on a Saturday, right? So it's gonna be over here, right? So you're gonna write 8 of Wands on the first, okay? Nothing else. You're just gonna write it on the first, okay? And then you keep going through your cards. 6 of Swords on a Sunday, right? Now for me, it's mainly going to be, because the reason I love this deck so much, it's the, what do you call that? The keyword, I guess. That's typically what sticks out, other than the energy in the card. When I'm reading people, the energy in the card sticks out. When I'm reading, like when it's for me, it's the keyword. So I'm probably going to be writing down the keyword to help me keep my focus and my goals for the month. So you're going to keep doing that until you get to 31 cards for January. Okay? Now, say you hit that moment where in your calendar, which I don't know who created fucking calendars this way, but here we are. You know how like you have like those days that are split in two because it's the 24th and the 31st, and you have to write down which card you're using. Here's what I've learned to do. I will split out like, let me zoom in so you guys can like really see that. So say this was like the 24th and the 31st, right? Just say it is. I will split this in half and then write on the line, right? So I'm gonna use a pencil because it's just easier for me to erase when I get to it. So say, oh, come on now, pencil, come on. Don't shade me like that. So say you're splitting it, right? And you guys can barely see that. And I know you can barely see that because I can barely see it on the screen. Here, I would write the 24th, okay? Above the, like right on top of that line. And then underneath that line, I would write the 31st, okay? That's how I would do that. If that sort of thing bothers you, then what you can do is, if your planner has it on the side, like a column on the side to kind of write those kind of things, you can literally write down the 2 cards for that day so that the box can look normal for you. Okay? That's the easiest way that I've found to fill that part in so that it doesn't turn out weird, if that makes sense. All right. Now, that being said, you can use the same tarot deck for your daily, if that suits you, okay? Or if you're using Oracle, you can the card you use to fill in the month, you can also use for your daily. That really depends, for me at least, it really depends on what Spirit says to me when I go to look at my calendar. Most of the time I'll use the same deck, but that's not like 100% of the time. that's more like a 65% chance that I'll use the same deck. That other 35, it could be any of my decks. It can be an oracle, it can be tarot, it could be bones, it could be runes, it could be charms. I just never know until Spirit says, nope, pull this, or nope, pull that. So it really, really depends. So that's how you would fill this in, if that makes sense. I hope that made sense. But that's how I fill in my monthly calendar. This method I have been using for, God, 2-3 years now. And it keeps my mind at ease. It keeps my anxiety low. It keeps my soul at peace. I hope that part helps you. So we're going to move on to weekly so I can show you what I do with that Care Bear Oracle. If you have any questions about the monthly, just put them in the comments or shoot me a message on Instagram, or you can send me an email. My contact info will be in the description box, okay? So we're going to move on to the weekly, which is in its own little section, and it's lovely, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay? So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So you'll put the week and the date up here, right? And then it says, you know, what is my main goal for the week? Love that, right? And you guys are probably like, how does that tie into your Care Bear Oracle? Well, I have to make sure this Care Bear Oracle, I am one of those people who will work and not take a break because I don't know that definition, right? Like, I don't know the meaning of taking a break. I'm working on it. You know, the doctor yells at me, you need to take time off. I'm like, who does that, right? So I have to incorporate in my weekly goals time for like an actual break when I stop and just simply be, okay? And where this Care Bear Oracle comes in, and I'm sure you guys have seen it if you watch my reels or any of my posts on Instagram, this is all about self-care, right? Recharge your batteries, self-care shower, break a sweat, those kind of things. This is all about self-care. So I need to incorporate this into here, okay? Because if I don't, I will fuck around and find out why the doctor said I need to take a break, if that makes sense. Even if, you know, that self-care habit is just simply stopping to eat, right? To enjoy a meal. I have to learn to do that, okay? I am one of those people who can go the whole day without eating. And if you met me, you look at me and go, bitch, how, right? But truth be told, that's just something I've learned to do since I was a child because of, you know, the way I had to go about things growing up. I am learning self-care, right? This is to show you I am fucking human, okay? So I need to put one of these cards somewhere in here. And this is why I bought this planner, because now I have no choice but to take care of myself. I have no choice. I have no excuse, right, of why I didn't care for myself properly, right? And I wish the same for you. I pray you have no excuse of why you didn't take care of yourself properly. So I need to just pull one of these cards for the week, okay? And every week, right, because there's a page for every week, right? Every week, I'm gonna be pulling one of these cards. Now, there's not very many cards here, as you can see, right? And I'm okay if I pull the same one each week. That means I might need to like really focus on that. So let's say this week, I need to buy myself something nice. Okay, you ain't said nothing but a word. Because I already know what I could buy. And if you know me, you know what I would buy. It could either be a book or a tarot deck or oracle cards or painting supplies or something. A plant, anything, right? I need to incorporate that somewhere in the week. It's my way to stop and show appreciation to myself for all of the work that I've been doing and all of the work that I will be doing. You want to put that in there, okay? I don't and I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time, it is Black women who won't take a break because we don't know that concept. We weren't taught that concept. But I'm gonna say yes, while it could be targeted to Black women, and 95% of the time it is, I'm gonna say we all do, okay? If you're a mother, you need to plan a fucking break, okay? I'm not a mother. I'm just a workaholic because I was taught to do that, right? If you are a teacher and you're grading papers and you're constantly grading, and sometimes you guys aren't done until like fucking 8, 9 o'clock, you need to plan some time for you, right? Things like that. So like, I'm gonna kind of put that across the board that we all need to take time to practice self-care. But for women like me who grew up learning that you just keep going, right? You are the Energizer Bunny. You need to put in this goal for the week, okay? And that, again, this was one of the main reasons I decided to get this planner, is because it's forcing me to face those roadblocks that are there, if that makes sense. So that's how you go about planning your week. Now, there's other ways, right? So your main goal for the week should truthfully be one of the goals you listed on your month, okay? And then you break it down into steps how you can achieve it. And then you can write like what day you're gonna achieve it on or whatever, right? And then your top goals and priorities as it pertains to the goal that you set for the week, okay? I will escape my comfort zone by, and I love this because my moon sits at a Taurus. Sometimes. I was born on one of those weird cusp moons, so sometimes it's Taurus, sometimes it's Gemini. The Taurus, the Taurian in me will go, we're not doing that because it's outside of my comfort zone. And I love pushing the limits, even my own limits. I love pushing those limits because you just never know what you can explore and learn and grow from and add to your repertoire. So I encourage that, right? And over here they have some what your perfect week would look like and how to achieve that perfect week. There are things you can like do to avoid the hiccups if it's in your control. I wish they kind of would have put that part in there, but if it's in your control, what things can you avoid so that you can have the perfect week, basically. And then a little note section. That's it. That's the week. That's how I like my week planned, right? I like Happy Planner be like, here's your weekly layout, and you get like these boxes for days, and it's like, yo, can I just have like one page for the week and just write it out, and then have a daily that like give me like some awesomeness? So like, Happy Planner, step your fucking game up, right? So like, because I definitely go back to it because I like the stickers and everything, and I like the themes of the book. So that's why I like this book. So now I'm gonna show you daily, okay? Because this video is long enough. So I'm glad I didn't decide to stop and write shit in, because y'all would be mad as fuck at me. Because I turn into a perfectionist when I'm writing shit in, because handwriting gotta be fucking neat. And how dare you be sloppy, right? Like, I'd be wanting to rip the fucking page out. Like, no, I don't want to do that to you guys. So like, I'd rather do that when I'm like able to fully concentrate on it. So this is the daily. The daily is a 2-pager. Perfect. This is what I want, right? And you write in the day and the date, okay? What you're grateful for, what you're excited about. These are things that I actually write inside of my Happy Planner every day. Even though it has the weekly, but it's like these vertical boxes of Monday through Sunday, because I set it up that way. I got one of the undated ones. That's why it's set up so that, you know, I can write in what I'm grateful for, what I'm excited to achieve, or what I'm excited to do, what I will focus on. Now, that part is tied back into your weekly. I go back to it, but I don't feel like flipping. How you broke out your weekly goal, what you're gonna focus on that day, if that makes sense. So this right here is tied to your weekly goal. I love that flow, okay? Not everybody likes that flow. Not everybody's mind works this way. So I urge you to use your planner to your advantage. If your planner's not working for you, then you need to invest in a better one. And honestly, that investment will pay off. Some people are afraid to spend that kind of money because, oh, what if I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. Look at reviews, right? Look at how other people use their planner. Or if you like bullet journals, do that shit. Just whatever floats your fucking boat, but I need some structure. So this what I went for. So that. And then you take that focus and then you break it down into, you know, in this case, 4 steps of how to achieve it, right? And then this tasks, that could be whatever you need it to be, okay? That's what I love. This could be whatever you need it to be. So it can be like, oh, take the trash out, wash the dishes, or some shit like that. Eat, whatever. I know for me, I do have to write eat on my monthly and my daily, okay? That is one that I do write on monthly and daily. This can be whatever you need it to be, okay? Then you move to this other page, okay? This is great. This is your schedule. Now, I'm not known to use this part because my schedule's on the monthly, right? However, I think this can be useful in, you know, like okay, so if you know me, I get up at the butt fucking crack of dawn. So my meditation starts at 6, okay? I get up before that, but shit don't get popping until 6 because coffee, right? And I don't care what anybody tell you. You got coffee before meditation. Just don't eat a full fucking meal before you do that. You're like, if you're in a deep meditation, your fucking stomach will start turning because you're moving energy. So like, don't eat a full fucking meal. Like, you drink coffee though. So 6 to 8, I'm meditating, okay? That includes sitting with spirit. That also includes reading my material that spirit wants me to read every morning and using my cards. So from 6 to 8, I can mark that off as I'm meditating. And then I have my work schedule, and then at the end of the day, I can put in that extra time for meditation, or I can see where I can fit in that time for meditation. I can take the schedule from the monthly, put it here and go, oh, okay, well, I have a client for an hour from this time to this time, and give myself a little leeway. Now, what I don't like is that this doesn't have like the halfway marks. Kind of wish they did, but if it doesn't, it's okay. I'm not like pissed about it, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't upset me. I can work around this. But if you're one of those people who can't, then get you a sticker, like create your own system or something like that. So there's that. And it has this quote. It has a section for notes. And then, because I do like to look at my planner at the end of the day, because I want to mark off, did I reach all of my habits and my goals for the day? If I didn't, I can mark what needs to move to the next day. Okay? And don't beat yourself up if you don't reach all your goals for the day. Please don't beat yourself up. I used to beat myself up for that. Like, bitch, you didn't stay on track. It's not that. Sometimes there's some shit that's out of your control, or you tried to focus on something that it wasn't ready for you to focus on. So just kind of keep that in mind, okay? But then there's the end of the day review. And this is where I can mark where I completed however many my habits, however many I listed on the monthly. And then the daily wins, and then set an intention for tomorrow. You can use your cards for this. So this is where I would pull from the tarot, oracle, or whatever spirit tells me to do. And I use that card to, so let's see. So ruling in harmony with nature, the green man, okay? This would be like your emperor, okay? If I'm correct. Yeah, because this tarot deck's slightly different than your Rider-Waite, but this would be like your emperor. So I would write down, you know, what stuck out to me on that card. So for me, it was the keyword, which was ruling in harmony with nature. So my intention would be to use that plant energy that I used from, you know, this deck to set the focus, and see where I can get grounded and centered with it, or see how it can help me reach my goals, or whatever. It's kind of, this is you taking charge, and that's kind of what the Emperor is about. It's taking charge. It's kind of like ruling your kingdom, or queendom, which however you want to see that. But that's kind of what this is. It's just like getting back in tune with you, getting in harmony with you. And that's how I'm going to take that, right? If I'm using this card. So that's what I would put here. And then you set, right? You just keep going, right? And then at the end of the month, because I always set my calendar up the day before the new month starts, because I want to pull in all of that new month energy right there, right? I never set it up on the actual day of the month. I set it up the night before, or the day before, but typically it's the night before. It's calming to me. And then I get shit moving, right? But the daily, I don't fill in until that day, right? Like I won't pre-fill that in. The weekly will be done every Monday, right? So this is how you build structure for yourself, right? So I fill in the weekly on Mondays, right? Which is the start of my fucking week. Which, if you start your week on any other day, I don't know, I just think you're weird, kind of. Don't take offense to that, but that is what it is. So, and then here's the month. So the month I set up, so like this, I will be setting up on December 31st, which is why I didn't write anything in yet, because I also need to smudge this planner because it is brand new. Like I literally just fucking took it out the box. So I need to smudge it. I need to erase this little line mark. That's why I went back to this. And then I can prep it for December 31st and get everything situated. So that is how I plan my month, my week, and my day so that I am reaching all of the goals that I have set. I also, and I forgot to mention this, I do put in the full and the new moon. I also put in all the other phases because I do use those when doing candle work, right? Not just for myself, but for other people. I do use those phases, okay? I do not put in retrogrades because sometimes retrogrades go from month to month. They're not always just in a particular month. And I don't like having to fill in the next month before I'm ready to. So I don't put those in. However, I'll make myself a little cheat sheet and write it down so I know when we're in a retrograde or anything like that. So important dates like that, I will write down. So yeah, there's that, right? Oh, and always mark your own birthday, right? When you get to that month, mark your own birthday. That's your day, right? You are a whole fucking god or goddess, however you define yourself. Mark your fucking day, right? Because that's the prime day to take a break, to enjoy yourself, to live. So I urge that. So there you have it. I hope this was enlightening. I hope it helps any of you as it does me. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out. I will gladly answer them and, help you, get your planner how you want it. I did get this off of Amazon, if any of you are wondering. I know they have like their own little website or store or whatever. Like you can find them on Instagram. I'll just link, like I'll put their Instagram thing in the description. But yeah, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. That being said, I wish you all the brightest of blessings. Stay hydrated. Make sure you eat good. You feel good. No one pisses you off. And all that other jazz. Have a good one.